Imagine coming home after a long day and turning on your phone. As you open the news, a headline catches your eye. Bitcoin hits new all-time high. Maybe you've already heard about this digital currency. Maybe you've even wondered if you should invest or if it is all just a bubble. But what few people know is that behind Bitcoin lies a story worthy of a movie full of mystery, curiosities, and twists that changed the financial world forever. Today, you will discover not only how this currency was born, but also the secrets, controversies, and curious facts that turned Bitcoin into a global phenomenon, capable of grabbing the attention of millionaires, governments, and even digital criminals. It all begins in 2008, amid one of the biggest financial crises in recent history. Banks were collapsing, millions were losing jobs, and trust in the financial system was shattered. In this chaotic scenario, a mysterious name appeared: Satoshi Nakamoto. To this day, nobody knows if he was a single person, a group, or even an institution. What we do know is that he published a document called The White, where he explained the creation of a decentralized digital currency. That means, unlike the real, the dollar, or the euro, Bitcoin would not be controlled by any central bank or government. It would be a free financial system powered by a technology called blockchain, a kind of public accounting ledger, open and impossible to tamper with. A fascinating curiosity is that the very first block of Bitcoin, called the Genesis block, carries a hidden message. The Times 3 Jan 2009 Chancellor on brink of second bailout for banks. This phrase wasn't placed there by accident. It was a clear statement against the traditional system, showing that Bitcoin was born as a response to corruption and the fragility of banks. It was almost like a digital protest, transformed into money. In the early years, almost no one believed in the idea. A curious fact is that the first recorded purchase with Bitcoin happened in 2010, when a programmer named Laszlo Hanyecz paid 10,000 Bitcoins for 2 pizzas. At that time, those 10,000 Bitcoins were worth only $41. Today, if he had kept them, he would have billions of dollars. This story became so famous that it even earned its own holiday, Bitcoin Pizza Day, celebrated on May 22nd by the entire community. As the years went by, interest in Bitcoin grew. It began to attract investors, curious newcomers, and also criminals. After all, its decentralized and anonymous nature made it the perfect tool for illegal transactions. In 2013, Bitcoin became infamous for being used on the dark web marketplace called Silk Road, where everything was sold: drugs, weapons, and fake documents. This made governments worldwide look at the currency with suspicion. But at the same time, their curiosity and desire to regulate it only increased. Another curious point is that Bitcoin cannot be created infinitely. Its code sets a maximum of 21 million coins. This programmed scarcity is what makes Bitcoin comparable to digital gold, since the closer it gets to that limit, the more valuable it tends to become. In fact, the process of creating Bitcoin is called mining. But instead of pickaxes and shovels, miners use extremely powerful computers that solve complex mathematical puzzles to validate transactions and release new Bitcoins into circulation. This process consumes so much energy that in some countries, Bitcoin mining uses more electricity than entire cities. And if you think this currency is only for speculation, know that today it's already possible to buy plane tickets, book hotels, and even pay for online services with Bitcoin. Big companies have started accepting it, making it increasingly common in everyday life. In fact, countries like El Salvador went even further, In 2021, the country became the first in the world to adopt Bitcoin as an official currency alongside the dollar. This decision was controversial and divided opinions, but it showed the power of cryptocurrency to reshape entire economies. But Bitcoin is not just about money. It also opened the door to a huge universe of innovations, such as smart contracts and the creation of thousands of other cryptocurrencies, known as all. Today, the crypto market already surpasses trillions of dollars and keeps growing, attracting people who seek financial freedom, protection against inflation, and of course the chance to get rich quickly. However, not everything is rosy. Bitcoin's volatility is terrifying. In one day, it can gain thousands of dollars in value, and the next, it can crash dramatically. Many have lost fortunes, believing it would only go up. On top of that, governments and central banks continue trying to create laws to regulate or even restrict cryptocurrency usage. And it's precisely this tug of war between freedom and control that keeps Bitcoin so fascinating to this day. And perhaps the greatest mystery hasn't been revealed yet. Who is Satoshi Nakamoto? Since 2010, Bitcoin's creator has completely disappeared from the internet and has never returned. There are countless theories. Some believe he was a lone genius. Others say it was a group of developers. And there are even those who claim it could be a government agency. The fact is, this mysterious identity has become one of the greatest legends of the digital era. In the end, Bitcoin is not just a currency, it's a revolution. It's a symbol of resistance against the traditional financial system, a technological experiment that worked, and at the same time, a risk that can bring massive gains or losses. It has already transformed lives, divided opinions, and continues to be one of the hottest topics of the 21st century. The big question remains, are we witnessing just the beginning of a revolution or living inside a bubble ready to burst? Now tell me, if you had 10,000 Bitcoins today, would you buy pizzas or hold them, waiting to become a billionaire? That's the true challenge Bitcoin leaves for all of us.